So let's come back to the book here. Now, if we've got interviews with 25 subject matter experts, tell me about the process of actually connecting with these guys and getting the interviews themselves.
I did all of this myself. I think in the old days, if you have 200 employees, you're going to find one of them to go get you, 25 interviews. I did all of this myself, and I don't regret a moment that I spent in this process. It wasn't, I wouldn't say that it was easy, but it wasn't at all difficult either. I didn't have anybody turn me down on this thing. Even the people, there are a couple of, I would say, kind of almost household names in there. And I was astonished that little old Craig Shields could get on the phone and email and at the end of the day get 100% compliance for a request to interview people on a book.
Good. All right, well, you have a background that supports this, and certainly as the editor of twogreenenergy.com, you've got a deep or broad understanding of the subject itself. Did you learn anything that surprised you by interviewing these different guys?
I learned something in every single interview. Even the people that I thought, okay, well, I pretty much got this one wrapped up based on the fact that I just wrote, 30 blog posts on the subject or whatever. I did not conduct an interview, and most of these things are, 60, 90 minutes in length, and they turn into maybe, 10 or 12 page chapters in the book. But I did not fail to learn something astonishing from every single one of these people.
Well, then, in the process of getting in touch with these guys and talking to them and learning, I mean, did you find that the process itself was challenging in any way?
That's the easy part, to be honest with you. Getting somebody, writing for me a script that is going to guide a 60-minute interview on a subject is the easy part. And I'll tell you, and I think this is a strength, potentially a weakness of the book, but I look at it as a strength. And it kind of carries back into my background as a business consultant. I did 800 projects for over 200 clients over a period of 30 years. What does that mean? Well, it means that I don't know an awful lot about anything, but I know a little bit about a heck of a lot. And this is, I think, the strength that comes here. So I would go into an interview having done some level of research, and I can tell you, I can have a good half an hour conversation on, concentrating solar power or geothermal or anything you want to talk about. I run out of juice at that point, which is probably a good thing. But my point is that I can ask many, many dozens of good questions of people that I've been dying to talk to. So the process of actually getting people to talk to me about what they know and what I think is most relevant to readers is actually not the hard part. The hard part, if you want to know, is when you have a couple 100,000 words, I guess it was maybe 130,000 words, not all of them are right. So you send it out to be transcribed, you read every word of it, you edit it down, you take the obvious ums and wherever somebody kind of tripped over themselves as they tried to articulate themselves, I fixed it. I sent it to an editor, a proofreader, and so forth. And it takes an enormous amount of work to get something like that done.
Yeah, I can see.